In the final months of the war, deep beneath the ruins of Berlin, a group of 7 German soldiers huddled inside a dimly lit bunker. The air smelled of damp concrete, gunpowder, and fear. Outside, the distant thunder of artillery shook the ground like an angry god. Sergeant Muller, the eldest among them, stared at the cracked ceiling. His hands trembled, not from age but from the weight of choices he had made. Round him sat young soldiers' boys, really, whose eyes still carried the fire of propaganda, but whose hearts were quietly sinking. Among them was Otto, a farm boy from Bavaria. He clutched his rifle, though he had never actually fired it at another man. Each boom from above made him flinch. He whispered to Muller, Will we survive this?" Muller didn't answer right away. Instead, he leaned against a cold wall and let the silence stretch. Finally, he said, "Survival is no longer the question. It is what kind of men we will be when this is over." The others exchanged uneasy glances. They were trained to obey, not to think. But here, buried under the dying Reich, thinking was all they could do. Suddenly, a faint scratching sound came from the far end of the bunker. The soldiers froze. Otto raised his rifle. The sound grew louder, a metal door sliding against stone. Then, a voice, soft, in German, "Let me in." The soldiers looked at one another. No one had been expected. No orders had come in days. Muller gestured for silence. He approached the door slowly, his boots echoing on the floor. When he opened it, a woman stepped inside, cloaked in a tattered gray coat, her face pale and streaked with soot. She carried no weapon, only a leather satchel clutched to her chest. Her eyes darted round the bunker, haunted yet defiant. "Who are you?" Muller demanded. She stood tall, despite the trembling in her hands. "My name is Anna. I am no soldier, but I carry something that must survive this war." From her satchel, she pulled a small book, bound in worn leather. She held it as though it were more precious than life itself. "What is that?" Otto asked. "A record," she replied. "Not of victories, not of battles. A record of what was done here. Names, places, the truth. If it dies, the world will never know." The bunker fell into silence again. The young soldiers looked at each other, fear twisting into doubt. If what she said was true, then all the stories they had been fed were lies. One of them, Hans, clenched his fists. "You're a spy," he spat. "You should be shot." But Muller raised a hand to stop him. He looked at the woman, then at his men. "No," he said slowly. "She is braver than any of us. She carries a weapon more dangerous than our rifles." Another explosion thundered above, dust falling from the ceiling. The world outside was collapsing, but inside the bunker, something else was crumbling. Faith in a regime that had promised glory but delivered ruin.